Gaming is over.
December 21st, 2014. Undead from Cleveland, you're listening to Video Game News Radio with your host, Kevin Baird.
Brian Baird.
And Larry Mack.
So Don is out. I don't know. You know, his ex-wife. I shouldn't say his wife. He'll get all pissed. Just moved back, so she's closer, so he doesn't have to drive to Toledo, and he still has some sort of a problem where he can't be on the show on time. So I love you guys, but what the fuck? His loss. It's fine. And I'm trying to get the Evil Within to play on the Xbox on the live stream. So whatever. My hair's all fucked up because I didn't take a shower today because I'm lazy. But you got Brian, Larry, and Kevin. It's very exciting.
Sorry.
All right, so let's start with our top 20 titles of the week drinking game.
Hooray.
We'll catch up with everybody, and then we'll go through the news. We got a couple of emails this week, and fuck it, man. Goddamn game doesn't work.
Don't whisper. That's scary shit.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have two Xbox One, so I guess I can try it on the other one, but I'm very upset. This is the new one, and it's giving me shit. The other one doesn't want to play certain Blu-rays, which irritates me, too. Spend a lot of money on these things, and they should work! But, all right. Anyway, so if you name off something that is not a game, you have to drink. So I got my leftover diet right from last week. I'm sure it's all flat.
Did you have it in a glass? Was a dead fly?
No, it's in the big 2-liter bottle that you can't see because it's in that certain color that the thing doesn't show.
So you can't see the floating
fucking black. There it is.
Crumbs.
Great. Did you hear about those Dorito flavored Mountain Dew?
No.
Yeah, that's a new thing that they were testing. And
wait, it's Doritos that taste like Mountain Dew or Mountain Dew that tastes like Doritos?
Mountain Dew that tastes like Doritos.
The other one would be one hell of a shock.
I think it's called Dorito.
Dorito.
Yeah. Or Doritos. Doritos.
You know, I mean, when you eat Doritos, everything tastes like Doritos. It's not like it's going to change, you know?
Why would you if you want Doritos, just buy Doritos. Like, why would you,
Well, because what if you're thirsty but want Doritos? You need a beverage that tastes like Doritos.
A beverage and a bag of Doritos. What's wrong with people? That's why. What the fuck's going on with the world?
Yeah, but then you have to get two things. This way you get to kill two birds with one stone.
Sometimes I think the Nazis were right. Just come in.
Don't say that. That's not cool.
Just kick the door in. Just,
be all loud.
Get rid of some people.
Helmet with teeth sitting there screaming at you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. It's just my go-to phrase when things are out of control. Number 20. Already with the long names. Some of these things are so long, it's dumb. Can't get this Evil Within game to work. I'm going to have to play something else. I'm very disappointed. Disney Infinity, Marvel Superheroes 2.0 edition, Groot figure, not machine specific.
Also not a game. So
not a game. Everybody has a drink. These all have names that are too long, so I have to open up the thing. Number 19, Ear Force X12 gaming headset and amplified stereo sound.
Bullshit.
Not a game. Everybody drink. Those headsets. People like to buy the gaming headset. You know what I mean? Like, we get those every week. There's always one on the chart. A lot of people just, must have parents. Parents are buying them, and they're just like, turn that down, The kids are like, I'm playing the game. I'm going to buy you headphones. Then parents, those are the same parents that complain that their kids are, all caved up, He doesn't come out and experience life with everybody. That's because you fucking scream at him when he's trying to be social, Would you be quiet? Go to your room. All right, I'm having a flashback.
Not really, because I grew out of worrying about that shit some time ago. But hey.
You don't worry about your kids. Your kids are able to behave.
Not at all.
Well, I don't know about your youngest.
Little savages I've let loose onto the world.
Your youngest daughter, she might be the one that, freaks out, brings the knife to school. Look what I brought to school.
Yeah, it's cool. It's my dad's. I don't know.
Well, then you might be lucky because it'll be dull. Shit. Can't hurt nobody with it.
True.
She tried to cut somebody with it, but it was so dull. She's suspended. What am I on here? 18? I'm having a hard time getting things moving. 18. Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes 2.0 Edition Captain America figure. Not a game.
Also not a game.
Not a game at all. Drink. Drink it up. Whatever you got. Drinking booze. Larry, what are you drinking this week? Paps?
It's Yingling.
Yingling. The regular one or the black and tan?
It's just traditional Yingling. I'm trying to... Mighty Cthulhu is trying to show you, but Twitch is apparently showing footage from last month or something.
I see your thing.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, well, I'm not looking at Twitch. I'm looking at the live stream on the Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. F you. I heard that Dan wants to get people together next Saturday.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Him and Sherry Mullins. Joe told me about it. I was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be me, you, Joe, and... me, Dan, Sherry, and...
Don't get me wrong. I'd
Joe.
love to see fucking Danny's cracks me up, but, you know.
Don't lie.
Holidays.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, you ain't going to get out of your cave.
Probably.
You know. There's be like 10 girls there.
So, we're going.
Number 17. Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes 2.0 Edition Hawkeye figure. Gaming is over. There's no games.
Wow, there hasn't been a single game yet.
Sad. Number 16. FIFA 15 for the Wii. The original Wii. $30. Up 90% this week.
A game.
It's a game. So you don't have to drink. But it's gaming's over. Look, I can't even get a game to play. I'm bent. This is pissing me off with the eject the disc, then try again shit. I'm going to try again once I get through this list. Number 15, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the Xbox 360. Number 14, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the PlayStation 3. Number 13, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time for the PlayStation Vita, which happens to be $5. So that's a great game for the kids. Brian, I hear you beeping. Turn your sound
Sorry,
down.
sir. My bad, sir.
I know you're fucking around, but turn your sound
No,
down.
I'm just deleting some stuff.
Porn.
Mm.
Number 12, Castle Crashers online game code for Windows, up 361% this week. It's $3.74. Number 11, Freedom Wars for the PlayStation Vita, up 408% this week, $15. Number 10, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. That's not even a good game, I don't think. Well, it's okay. 796% it's up. Big numbers, $5 for the PlayStation Vita. You know, it's a good price, man. Those games are usually like $30, so the fact that you're getting some Vita games for $5, it's pretty good. I mean, that Sly Cooper is pretty good. I think that was also like a dual play thing. Like if you bought the Vita version, you also got the PlayStation 3 version for free. So, yeah, it's all right. It's good for kids. Number 9, SimCity Standard Edition download code for Windows. Only has 1.5 stars due to that original SimCity problem that you had to be online to play it. But now since it's $10, people are sucking it up. 987% up this week. Number 8, Unit 13 for the PlayStation Vita. That was like their first-person shooter, I think. Also, $5, up 1,095% this week. Woo! Moving on up. A lot of Vita games. Number 7, Grand Theft Auto 4 Complete Online Edition, or online game code, for Windows XP, $4.50. This is, and episodes from Liberty City included. The complete edition, 1,460% this week. Not bad, $4.50. That's a lot of game for that, man. You get both the expansions, the one with the motorcycle gang, and then that Big Todd's Gay Adventure that I bought and never played because it's called Big Todd's Gay Adventure. Even though people told me it was great. Yeah, it's great. Play it. Nah, I'm not playing that game. Number 6, Command and Conquer: The Ultimate Collection for Windows, Vista, and 7. Up 1,794% this week. It's $5. Good present for that person that wants to play all 17 versions of Command and Conquer.
That person that has every game and needs more.
Yeah, I don't know why you would need all that. But for Windows, number 5, up 2,613%, is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It's $1.50. $1.50.
My God.
That's a lot of game. $1.50. Number 4 this week, up 3,280%.
Wow.
Dead Space 3 for Windows, $4.
Huh.
Woo, $4.
I was playing Dead Space 3 until I got that, to Dragon Age Inquisition. And
You're like,
so it's pretty good.
don't hurt me. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Nothing wants to work. Nothing on the Xbox wants to work. Number 3, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, DLC Dawnguard. Up 5,427% this week. $5.
My God.
Number 2, up 7,123% this week. The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim DLC, Dragonborn. $5.
People must be bored.
Did you load the sound effects for Don since he's not here this week?
It was doing the little spinny thing.
No. Why not?
I'm a slacker.
It's all right. I'll just tap on the desk. And number 1, up 11,658% this week. Crisis 3 for $4.
Oh, you mean somebody? Never mind.
$4. $4. Make you holla. Brian,
Kevin,
how was your week this week?
my week was impetuous. No, I have no idea. I did a lot of sleeping, and I thought that might cure my desire to continue sleeping a lot. And no, it did not. In fact, it made me want to sleep more. So mostly all I did was sleep. It was glorious in its own way.
Glorious.
Oh yeah, I loved it, man. Just a lot of sleep and watched. Trying to think if I saw anything new, movie-wise. I saw that they had that, and I know this is not new. It's just that I found it's that Hammer House, like from Hammer Movies, they have their own TV series. I guess one season's worth, and it's just a bunch of
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They had a TV show?
Yeah.
Hammer Films.
Hammer Films had their own TV series, Hammer House of Horrors or whatever.
Oh.
So you can pretty much guess right from that title that you're not going to be watching your average everyday bullshit.
Yeah, I am intrigued.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was finding it on Netflix.
Just
Not Netflix, I'm sorry.
Carriages.
I found it on iTunes, and I downloaded the first episode. I'm like, yeah, pretty much Hammer horror. It's not going to exactly knock your socks off these days because everybody's jaded. But it's totally watchable. And
it's just people in corsets.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like some witch who came back in time. And
well, that sounds good. That part sounded good. The part I said didn't sound good.
What, the corsets? Corsets are awesome.
The corsets and the accordion.
Oh God.
The accordion.
There's always an accordion, and there's corsets, and then there's people carrying candelabras, and they're always just like a pub.
I'm not familiar with lots of accordions in Hammer Films.
Well, you're not watching the right ones, buddy.
Oh man, so yeah,
there's one says it's great. It's great. Watch it.
You should know better. Aside from that, I've tried to get as much Christmas shopping as I thought I could squeeze in before the last minute because I don't really have a lot of time for that shit. So I have to order online and pray it gets here. So far, I'm just waiting on my oldest. I don't want her showing up at the last second, and I was just like, nah, mailman kept it. Plus first my gifts for myself had to show up, of course.
Because you ordered those in October.
Yeah, easily. You know, gotta look.
Did you get
Gotta
all
look
your
ahead.
Christmas? Did you get all your Christmas shopping done?
I was just referring to that. I haven't gotten your stuff yet because I haven't even bothered looking because you're my brother and you can wait, a little bit
Oh,
longer.
I thought you get me anything. I still got your birthday presents.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a big fucking deal. You'll get some. You'll get trinketry eventually.
I don't want anything from you.
Yeah, I say that too. And then the day comes, and then I'll get a phone call from you the next day. You didn't call, Brian. You didn't call on the holiday.
Put it all together with my birthday present. Give me whatever grotty thing you don't want.
Just give me this giant box. You open it, something like reach out, and grab you, pull you in.
Whatever you've already used and stuff. The thing that Jody
He's just
finds. What's this? I thought you didn't have any money. Oh, that was for Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, I got that for Kevin. But, he's alone. Anyway,
Brian
like
just shows
a
up at your house with like his trash. He's like,
yeah, big garbage. But well, don't be surprised if you actually saw that, dude. If you, you're hanging around with my brother and myself, and you see one of us hand each other like a big plastic garbage bag. The odds are these are like a whole shitload of toys and gizmos and crap from God knows when that we were probably owed from like a birthday or two ago, or there's a sliced up dead body. It's one or the other. So.
Yeah, I'll get a belt with a rebel flag belt buckle on it.
You get a lot of rebel flag shit from me. Fuck you.
And then whatever you like.
How dare you?
And half a pack of gum.
Yeah.
Some old CD. It's cracked. It's cracked. I listened to it already. Made a mixtape out of it. Is that your week?
There wasn't really much else going on. I mostly just tried to figure out. I got my award for 20 years driving with this company, which they gave me like a little plaque and a pin with 3 little diamond chips, which I'm sure aren't real. And then I got a little booklet which informs me of all the stuff that I'm supposed to order. Like I can pick out one thing, and I'm certain it's like you can't have that. I'm going to end up getting
a tie clip.
I'm going to get the fuzzy thing you put on the end of your pencil with the eyes, the googly eyes. 20 years. Congratulations. Bastards. Oh, Christ.
Really? What'd they get you, though? Seriously.
I have to order it yet, so I don't know. I'm looking at, there's like an iPod dock for, with the lightning thing so that I don't have anything that can, plug it in.
What is it, Amway? They give you like an Amway
Pretty
catalog?
much, yeah. It's pretty much like the Amway.
20 years, just pick out some money.
You get a nice certificate to put on your wall and some Tupperware.
Yeah, it's like I could put this, I could get golf clubs. I'm like, yeah, I get a lot of use out of that. Or tent. I might get a lot of use out of that. I don't know yet.
What the?
Yeah, it's a lot of cheap horse shit, So, fuck it, it's free. So I'm not going to bitch about it. It's like 20 years, and then I don't know what comes after that. Then they just slowly try to fucking get rid of you. Try sticking a knife in you when you're not paying attention. So,
congratulations on your retirement. I'm not retiring. I said congratulations on your retirement, man.
Yeah. So that was about it, pretty much. I just, I don't know, man. If I can remember, I thought I saw some recent movie, not new, but recent, but I can't think of the name of it. So I guess, I saw Walk Among the Tombstones with Liam Neeson, which I read that book. I was actually really big into that Lawrence Block book series, and the beginning of it is pretty much right with the book, and then you get halfway through it, and not exactly with the book, but that's okay. Expect them to take some, some privileges there, and then you get to the end, you're like, what the? It's close, it comes pretty close, but it's nowhere near like the same thing. So I'm not gonna be a big pussy and whine about it, but it's still enjoyable to watch. But you can just rent it and get.
Yeah. So it's basically like every other movie based on a book.
Yeah, pretty much. Won't even try lying to you there.
All right, Larry, how was your week?
My week was awesome, Kevin.
Let's hear about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thanks for asking.
Probably terrible.
Let's see. So, so I had some vacation days I needed to use. So Monday, I said I'm taking Monday off and I'm gonna go watch me some Hobbit. And they had all 3 Hobbit movies.
Oh my God!
It's part of a marathon. It turns out I'm an expensive goddamn date for myself because between the movie and then sitting in there eating concession food all day long. But I got to see the new Hobbit movie along with the crappy first Hobbit movie and the good second Hobbit movie, and the new one is
the
great.
barrel race.
What's that?
Other than the barrel race, I don't think that's good. The second one.
Yeah,
I like the second one. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
A lot of
Yeah,
action.
the barrel part where they're running around in the
Yeah,
barrel.
Yeah, that was kind of fruity, but you know they had to put it in there for like little kids.
but like I didn't mind them embellishing the stuff with the elves as much. You know, even though they threw Legolas in there for no good reason. Because it was a nice, it was a little way of time together, and B, because anytime they put Legolas on the screen, I knew they were going to be putting
Legolas.
Evangeline Lilly on the screen too, so I was okay with that.
Yeah,
Legless. Like the
Legless.
elf with no legs.
Yeah. So
and his female sidekick, which is nowhere in any of the books at all. But
yeah,
we're gonna just say fuck it. Who cares?
yeah, his female sidekick, Larry Mac Elf, because
Oh my god.
You know, you ever think if they had dug up Tolkien,
Get off
he'd
the
be,
branch.
like,
Get off the
face down in
branch.
his grave? You think that? You think if they dug up Tolkien that he'd be face down in his grave?
no, it wasn't
Because he rolled over in his grave.
Okay, dude, it was not like they blasphemed against him with adding an
No,
elf
no.
to the
He
movie.
might have wanted a lot of singing in his movie.
Well,
Poetry.
and that's why they gave him that first Hobbit movie.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Where we got 20 minutes of
Do, do,
dwarves singing songs about doing the dishes.
Do, do.
Anybody who says like on Facebook, like I don't want to go to work, that song runs right through my head. Like, oh, you're working.
Your your thing about the R2 unit was funny this week.
What?
That thing you wrote about the R2 unit blowing its.
Oh yeah, it was a fucking hard day to get out of bed.
What did
It's
you
like,
say?
man.
Bad motivator.
Yeah,
This R2 unit's got a bad motivator.
yeah. Shit up.
So Larry, keep going. Sorry.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the new one, it's like the best movie of the three.
Well, you would hope.
And sadly, it's also the shortest movie of the three. So in this one, where I get crazy cool Elrond and Saruman fighting against the Nine, while Galadriel just blows shit up, that they have to trim down so that in the first movie we could have dwarves doing dishes. But great movie. I saw it in like the super crazy, extra digital magic laser light, high def 3D, whatever.
Cultists only.
Whatever that crazy theater that I never go in is. I saw that and it looked phenomenal. So new movie's great. So then after that, one of my Lord of the Rings online
Went home and
forums.
masturbated for an hour. And then,
Okay, well, we've established
I had
let's
some
not do
pizza,
that because that's vile and makes you
beer.
gay.
I masturbated again. Took a nap. Sorry.
Bastards. But
Just trying to cut to the chase.
so I was checking out one of my Lord of the Rings online forums, and a guy was talking about
Forums.
how the
They still exist.
well, like on the Facebooks, and this dude was talking about how it was good, but it's not all that great. Harry Potter's so much better because Tolkien borrowed so much stuff from.
Oh, I remember you wrote about that. Yeah.
And people are like, wait, what? And he's like, oh, you're saying whatever the hell that made up language in Harry Potter is. There's not a lot of that in the Tolkien Elvish stuff, and well, there may be, but Tolkien wrote his shit 20 years before Rowling was born, so I don't think he borrowed from her. And he's like, oh, except, and he's great because he, like at first I was like, maybe he's actually dumb and he's not a troll, because it was that in between thing where you're not sure if they're just trolling, because he like posted the link to IMDb saying, look, Lord of the Rings didn't come out till 2001, and Harry Potter was written in the 90s. And it's like, well, yeah, but the actual books were written like 50 years before that. Oh, so Tolkien wrote a screenplay and people just sat on it for 50 years without making the movie? Right. So it's funny listening to idiots talk on the internets.
Gets you going, though, doesn't it? Your blood starts going, you're like,
I know.
no!
It's like, no, you fucking dumbass.
So they go, fuck you. Fuck you, kid. Fuck you.
And then you just get pissed at yourself because as they get more and
You
more
get
ridiculous, you're like, oh, he's totally trolling. God damn it. And I fell for it. I'm such a jackass. So,
It
Let's see,
happens.
what else did I do this week? This week I got my grades for the past semester. I passed. Yay!
Congratulations, sir.
I got one more semester left. Absolutely worst semester yet, grade-wise. But
You passed? You got a D? Or what?
well,
Normally you'd be like, I got straight A's, and now
yeah,
you're saying you
and
passed.
normally I would say that, but
Things didn't go so well.
yeah, I finished the semester with like a 3.07, so
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah.
it is.
Disgraced.
I know. That was wrong for you because I don't have a sad sound effect.
Wah, wah.
Well, yeah. If I had one of those sound effects, I would play it. Let's see what else did I do this week. I worked, and I did not go to school, and
You're out because of winter vacation.
yeah, I got my little break. So
I should just quit. You're like, fuck this 3.0, I'm out.
yeah, I was like, well, you know, I've held the same job for literally months now. It's probably time for me to just, you know,
Fall on your
fuck
sword.
up or quit or something. So yeah, that was about it this week.
I got an injury. Can't go into work. I fell down.
Yeah, I can't. You know, I injured myself and can't sit at my desk.
My week hasn't been really much of anything because my office is in the process of moving. So, like, tomorrow I got to go in at 8 in the morning,
Toaster.
and then they're going to, like, pick the generator up and then move it. And then, no, we're moving the building. Okay, so our building is too
You're
big.
moving the actual building.
Well, the whole company's moving
Put
to
it
a
over
different
there.
location. But here's the thing. I just want to bring this up. So our company's always been in a building that's too big, right? And when we first moved in there, the owner decided that, hey, I'm going to share space with this guy that's in a company that's going out of business, and he'll pay us rent, which he never did. And he occupied half the building that we're in. And they didn't kick him out for over a year, even though he never paid rent. So, and he would steal our internet. It's ridiculous. I don't know why they never got rid of the guy, but that's just where the company is. So we pay a lot of money to be in this building. I think it's like $70,000 a year for rent. It's really a lot. So he said, well, we're going to move further into, like, just further to the left. Like, we're going to move offices, like 4 offices over. Now we're going to be between, like, Orkin and AT&T into this smaller office. And it's going to save us like $40,000 a year. So it's like, okay, that's cool. Now look, my room, the programming department that I run, okay, has 7 cubicles. Okay, they're like steel with, you know, L-shaped desks and cabinets and everything. Each one, you know, they have lights. They're not just like barriers. They're like, you know, they're like a solid steel type desk with drawers and shit. And there's 7 of them in my room. Okay, with a big space, and we got 2 windows as well in the room. Now we're going into like, Brian, remember that closet you used to like sleep in?
Yeah.
It's
Which one?
Like, it's kind of like that. It can only fit 3 cubicles. There's 4 employees in programming, and it can only fit 3 cubicles. Plus, they connected the server room to the room, so we have this extra door that, of course, opens into the room that we're in. So that takes up space, you know, because the door has to open. You can't just block it. So now I'm going to give my guys each a cubicle, and I'm going to actually take an
You
L-shaped
get a
desk
cubicle.
and
and
shove
you
it
get a
in the
cubicle.
corner and be in this corner in the room. And I'm literally going to be like 2 inches away from the other dude who's going to be like, right, if he breaks wind, I'm going to instantly smell it. That's how close I am to this dude.
Oh, that's bad.
And there's no window. There's no windows or nothing. We're just in there, like, and it's ridiculous because if the company decides to grow at all, which probably won't because the way things are going, but if it did, and we said, hey, let's hire another programmer, there's nowhere to put them. There's no place to put them. I mean, you'd have to sit Indian style on the middle of the floor hallway in order to have a place to be.
Just tell people when they come there, like you're going green.
It's
That's why
ridiculous. If you walk out my room's door, right now you would exit into a hallway. You would exit into a hallway, then you'd have to like walk all the way around, and then you go to the bathroom. Now you exit, and the bathroom's right in front of you. So if somebody takes a big dump, the odor's just gonna like swirl right into my.
You just know it's gonna be you.
Ridiculous, but you know, I think what they did is they made somewhat of a mistake. They got the smallest thing they could get, rather than thinking about like, well, maybe we should get something a little bit more in between. You know, they were looking at the dollar figures, so like, yeah, we'll make this work. And now it's ridiculously cramped. Except for, of course, the guy in charge and the head salesman. They have nice big offices to themselves.
So they basically give you guys a gulag and said, deal with it.
It's tiny, man. It's yeah. I mean, it's like the size of my living room, I guess, which seems big until you try to shove 3 cubicles and a desk in it, plus 2 doors.
A couple of dogs.
It's going to be like really tight and cozy. I mean, you know, somebody catches the flu, everyone else dies, that kind of thing. So that's anyway. So they've been working on it. So tomorrow they're moving the generator. They already moved the air conditioner for the server room, and I got to go in at 8 in the morning.
Icebox.
The power's out and shit.
You're gonna be like that guy in Blade Runner who's sitting there dealing with all the fucking, you know, cryogenic, or you know, all the freezing shit for like the bodies. I can't think straight. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Krypton freezing chamber or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, Blade Runner.
Krypton. It's part Superman, but fuck it. Yeah, and then so tomorrow the generator, right? And then Tuesday, I think, is a normal day, and then Wednesday is Christmas Eve. I think that's right. And we have our Christmas Eve party, which is at work, and that's usually just like, you know, drink and be merry or something. We get Macaroni Grill. It's all dudes now. All the women left, so it's just dudes sitting around drinking beers. It's a sausage fest. It's not cool. And then
actually, it's a lot better than like all dudes and one chick. That's when things get kind of, you know.
I don't know. I'd rather just have some kind of female there, so it doesn't just feel gross. Next thing you know, people just start whipping their dicks out and shit. All right, everybody, whip out your dick.
You have to, because they'll fire you.
Then Christmas is Thursday, right? So that day's off. Yeah. Then Friday...
Not for me. I might have to leave that night.
And Friday we cut the circuit over. So that's the day that... Like, the day after Christmas is the day that we switch the internet from the one building to the other building. So all of the computers and shit have to be moved to the other building that day. And we have computers that are up 24/7. So it's like, ho, Merry Christmas. I got to work, fucker. You know? So you get Saturday and Sunday, that's the weekend. And then Monday we pack up our desks because Tuesday we move. And then it's, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then I'm in the new building. So it's just like 2 weeks of fucking absolute chaos, basically, with these weird lulls in between before I have to go and do something. So that's kind of what I got going on. And I've been playing some games, but I'm not going to talk about them this week. But I've been playing more video games, so that's cool. Getting rid of cable TV's helped. I'm not watching dumb shows anymore just because, you know, I could. Now it's like there's nothing on. I feel good about that because it lets me get other things done.
Like play video games.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I like playing video games. It's just one of those things like I never had time because there were shows on. And,
you said something about that. I was going to say I'd totally be cutting the shows out myself, but that's me.
Yeah. You know,
I know you have
come home from work and you don't like video games. Often raise your blood pressure. You know what I mean? Like you're playing them and you're losing.
You're not vegging out.
Yeah, and rather just lay there like, you know, just watching other people do stuff because I'm too tired to do anything. So you know that's pretty good. But it really depends on what game. Because I mean, some games I enjoy because they're like, you know, they're paced well. But I can't be like Jeff and play like Dark Souls 2 and shit, you know, where like people join your game with the purpose of just killing you for fucking stupid shit. Because I can't. I would melt down and cry. So anyway, that's not really my week. That's like the future weeks, but that's basically all that's happened. Other than Joe Huska constantly posting up pictures of me in the Captain Pike chair.
That's awesome.
That's what he's doing. I know, but how many times? It's like the third time he's posted it. Like, what is his point at this point? Like, he has the same friends. I don't get it. He's just trying to trying to get a rise out of me or something.
Yeah, he wants to fight you.
That day and didn't see it.
Fight him.
It's just silly. Like, I'm not sure why it's Mole and me that are always his target. Well, you, Brian, too. Like, the three of us
Yeah,
are.
because I don't care. So
He doesn't have anybody else that he can fuck with. He doesn't fuck with Oz or Anderson or anything. It's weird. No, I know you don't care. You post up crazy pictures of yourself. You
yeah. If you're gonna do shit, do it right. God damn it.
I'm not sure why when I posted up my profile picture that I had over 50 likes, too. It's like people are happy that they saw my face or something.
I want to make sure we're still there.
Yeah, it's good to know you're still alive, man.
Yeah, I know, but it was weird to get that many likes on my face.
Because you're pretty.
Strange.
Yeah. It's because you're devilishly handsome.
I'm sure that's what it was. It's probably just,
It's a
thumbs
gag.
up.
We all got together. Let's fuck with him and like his picture. Make him feel all good about himself.
And then we tell him, no, wrong picture. Ha ha.
Yeah. I meant to like the next one.
I'm not really good with selfies, but it was like one of those things where like I keep putting up ones from like I was 25 and shit, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this. That's what
chicks do.
Duhar does. Angel.
Oh,
She's always throwing up pictures of when she's like 28 and shit, and you're like,
Yeah.
you don't look like that anymore.
Well, yeah, but she's eternally youthful.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
That's all I'm gonna say is wow.
Those pictures aren't recent. That's all I'm trying to say. If you think they are, you're out of your damn mind.
Hair hanging in front of her face.
Everybody gets old. It's not
all
like you
her
can
hair
just-
fell out now.
No, but you can't escape like fuck. You're out of your mind if you think that's legit.
Wow.
That's just
That's all I'm
What?
saying is wow.
I'm just telling the truth. I'm just saying.
Wow is
how
what
it
I'm
is.
saying.
What?
That's my takeaway to what you're saying is wow.
I don't know. You post up selfies, Larry. They're like, this is me, and this is me after I lose weight. And I look at them and I go, nah, I can't tell any difference. I don't know what Larry's talking about.
Yeah, lose the weight
I see
again.
Larry shaved in this one. He's got a little tan or something. I don't know. It's kinda cool. I'm just kidding. You look like you lost a little weight. But I'm sure by now, since you haven't gone on your 15-mile hikes of death, that you're
Yeah.
going to screw it up.
I haven't been on a Bataan death march in a couple months.
It is like freezing outside, though. So you can kind of be forgiven because it's not the temperature to go out and exercise.
Of course,
All
then
right.
when it is the temperature, it's too hot. So you're like,
That's true, too. Cleveland doesn't give you a lot of room.
it's
It's
yucky.
rain, freezing, or ungodly hot outside.
Bugs everywhere.
Yeah, there's those few days that are okay, but you can go out at night. If you go out at night during the
Well,
summer,
not really,
it's
because you
so
get
bad.
killed.
Yeah, well, not in North Royalton because there's nothing happens here. This
Yeah.
place is just DUIs and somebody steals a lawn sprinkler or something. There's just like nothing that happens here.
No, man, we've had it's been like fucking The Purge. There's been a just rash of like mailboxes getting hit.
Yeah, well, yeah, deer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
deer all over the place.
I got a fox.
The deer are like rising up against us out here.
I have a fox in my
Keep
backyard.
give you that look like you coming, motherfucker.
Not sure what to do about that. The dogs are. It barks. The fox barks out in the woods. It gets closer when the dogs are around. So the dogs don't want to go near it.
Shut up.
No, I've seen it. It's a red fox, and it's got a den somewhere back there, but it's fucking me up. I wish it would just kill the deer. Unfortunately, foxes are too small.
Yeah, you would. I was gonna say you
It's just like
you have
leaps
have
up.
odd desires if you want to watch like a fox take down deer.
It'd just be nice if they did.
Kind of cool, though, if it could.
You see a deer walking through your backyard, fox just comes flying out of the tree line at its neck. Because personally, I'd be a little terrified by that.
You do see coyotes every so often, but they don't come usually this far over. I guess some people got them over on Abbey Road though, where they were eating their cats and shit.
Well, cats
Which,
are
yeah.
good eating.
It's if you leave your cat out at night when there's coyotes around, you're going to get that. I don't know.
Since when did this like whole city area suddenly become like, Wild Kingdom or something?
Hey,
fucking
like,
big.
We're living in the
bears.
savannah out here.
Dude,
It's like
I
the place
the
where-
part I go through New York though, they have like a sign out there that says like warning, watch out for bears and shit.
Yeah,
I'm
bears,
like going, I'm gonna hit that motherfucker. I know I will.
mountain lion. We don't got anything. We don't even have bobcat anymore, which is that would be some freaky shit to run across. You're just like walking through the woods and it's like standing there looking at you. You know.
Taking my trash out to the dumpster. There's a cougar.
With your neighbor in its mouth.
Yeah.
My mom, she and she went into their garage. A black bear was in there eating her dog food.
Back out quietly. But she didn't. I was like,
You
oh my
just
god.
close the garage door. Go
Oh
back
my
about
God.
your business.
There's a bear. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The bear could have gotten the house. Yeah, could have. Would have ate the dogs first, though. Those crazy fuckers.
That's fucked up. All right, let's do a little bit of news. Kind of motor mouth. It's my fault today. The Steam controller has already seen a couple tweaks since its initial unveiling, first by adding traditional face buttons and later supporting an analog thumbstick. Now it appears that the controller will also feature a directional pad, though in what capacity remains to be seen. Game Informer uncovered an image file in the Steam client beta that suggests the Steam controller will be able to support a D-pad in place of its left side haptic touchpad. We say able to support because this is not an image of an actual physical controller, and nowhere is it implied that this design will be released to the exclusion of others. The D-pad could be something users install for when they want it, or it could be part of a redesigned haptic touchpad. Who knows? Valve knows, that's who. And they haven't said anything official on the matter. However, Valve Vice President of Marketing Doug Lombardi told TechRadar last month that the company will have a large Steam Machines presence at GDC 2015, which begins March 2nd. You know, I like the idea of the Steam machine, but I just wanted to play Windows Steam games. Like I wanted to run a version of Windows, and then I'll have Steam on that, which I know is just kind of like a PC, but like mastered for the game controller, so I can sit on my couch and not have a mouse and keyboard in my hands while I'm on the couch. But I don't like the idea of that Steam machine running on that Steam OS, because I know that 75% of the games that I already have in my Steam client won't work on it. You know, especially like the older games, for sure. They're not going to work. So, yeah, make it Windows compatible. Just feed the Microsoft demon. If you want to have your crazy Steam OS as well, that's fine, but give me both. Because if it's just Steam OS by itself, I'm not going to buy it. I mean, sure, it'll probably work with a lot more new games and stuff, but I already got like a huge Steam game library. I'm not going to just like, you know, let that go. I've spent many $1 on 10 packs of games and shit during crazy Christmas sales. Anyway, speaking of Steam, here's their top 10 this week. Number 10, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Number 9, Sid Meier's Civilization V, the Complete Edition. Number 8, Space Engineers. Well, it's weird that like they call Sid Meier's Civilization the Complete Edition. Like, if you were playing Sid Meier's Civilization 4, was there a point where you were like, this doesn't feel complete to me?
Yeah.
I need a different edition. I need one that contains all of it.
I can't play as the Minoan culture.
Yeah. If you sat down and gave me Civilization 1, I think that was pretty good by itself. Like, I wasn't anything else I needed in that game, so I'm not quite sure what they added in the later ones, but my guess is it wasn't including more fun. The fun didn't get any sort of magnitude better.
Sid Meier's Civilization 2, we've added everything except fun.
Any of that shit, like everybody likes to like build the troops and all that stuff, but all that micromanaging shit, where you got to like set the tax rate and
yeah, that's when it starts to turn to stink real fast.
Right. You know, you got to like deal with all the resource management and everything, and like tweak every city and stuff.
You can now design the uniforms of your soldiers as well.
Yeah,
that'd almost be cool, but it's not.
I can't get my brain around that shit. Like, I do not want that. Number 8, Space Engineers.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
We'll fix the valve on number 5.
Except you got to do it real slow.
We're gonna go on strike. Are you ready, dude? I can't afford it. What? All right, fine.
How thick will this support need to be in order to carry the weight?
If you're taking certain kinds of drugs, will you walk out the airlock? Like in oh god damn it!
Why does everything go slow motion when people are in space too? Like, I'd be trying to hurry the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, right. Kevin, you're out on the EVA. All right.
Yeah, I would be the fastest working motherfucker.
Open the airlock! Open the airlock! You know. I don't want to be going real slow out there, so somebody could be like, "You're running out of oxygen."
Yeah, I'd be looking out like the little window of the airlock, going, "Dude, seriously, it looks okay. I don't think I need to go. I think it looks fine from here."
We're like, we're not. That one guy that's always like, hold on, I'm almost there. Man, fuck that. The minute the thing was like, you're almost out of oxygen, I just dropped the wrench in mid-space.
Here I am.
You're like, fuck it. That thing could turn into a missile. Well, it's somebody else's problem.
I'd be using that wrench to just rip a side open in the hull to get back inside. Okay, here I come.
No, my luck, I'd be the guy in the fucking hole. Be like, sitting there working at a space station. What's that sound? Ah! Sucked out the window. Oh.
Yeah, you'd be the first guy to run into the actual aliens.
Fuck.
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah, all right, I'll go over here and... Guys, there's something here.
Something breathing. There's something breathing. Yeah, but Kevin, you and I would probably both get like space
I'd be in
crazy.
the lifeboat already.
All of a sudden,
I
it's
wouldn't
just like
even
the
wait around.
bathroom, just something breathing in the bathroom. I can hear it.
The minute I heard that shit, I'd be hitting the red button.
The alarm would sound, intruder alert, section 137, and you just see one of the lifeboats launch. Like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
That's it. Totally.
I can't say I blame you, man.
Anderson, do you have a vocal?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, how'd you like that? Whatchamacallit flick too? The
Europa Report?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked it, but it was like for me, it was a little disturbing. I'm thinking, damn, man. I mean, as soon as they open up the door and they walk out there and they look and there's Jupiter because they're on that moon, and then they're already starting to have problems. I would just start crying. I'm like, oh my god, no.
Well, you've seen Pitch Black.
Nobody can get there to save you. You're just done.
Pitch Black with Vin Diesel, you've seen that. That's kind of the same. They're stuck on the planet, and then they get those monsters coming and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but the other one just seemed a little more realistic,
Yeah. 2001. Hal's killing people.
Yeah, that was fuck. I'm not saying that wasn't bullshit, because...
Saturn 3, or what is it? Saturn... I can't even remember the number anymore. Saturn 3. Of course, that's got Kurt Russell in it. Or what's
Did it?
Not Kurt Russell.
It's been so long, I have no idea.
Kirk Douglas. Yeah, Kirk Douglas and Farrah Fawcett are together, and then Harvey.
I'm not saying they weren't there. I was arguing with you. Calm down.
Because he's like, that guy's old, and you should be with me, and I got this weird robot with a little head. It's disturbing. It makes a lot of noise. All right. Really chatty today. Number 7, Total War Rome 2. Number 6, Don't Starve Forever Frontier Pack. Number 5, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 4, Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. See, that's not the complete edition if you're going Beyond Earth. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
Number 3, Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Number 2, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. And number 1... What the fuck? Dark Souls 2. That was a really long drum roll. It's like
We both hit it.
Yeah. Steam Holiday Sale still going on. Day 4 is on today. You want to get some games that you already own for even less than what you bought them for 2 years ago. You can check out the
Steam a bargain.
Alien Isolation, 50% off. It's a good deal. Pay $30 to scare the shit out of yourself. And then talk about how the game sucks. Titanfalls boasts 8 million unique players. For that.
All right.
That's it for that.
That's like the whole story.
That's it. I'm not going to say anything else about that. That's how it is. There's no games coming out this week, and there's no games coming out next week, at least until after the end of the year. So we're going to do our next week, we're going to do our favorite games of the year show. No, we're not totally going to do that because nobody plays any games that are recent. Totally stupid for us to do a show like that.
Archon for the NES.
Yeah. Completely naming off stuff from a long time ago.
Minor 49er.
Yeah, Golden Axe. Stand-up edition.
But we got a few emails this week. If you want to write into the show, write into whatever you want at videogamenews.com, and we'll read your email on the air. And don't forget our Patreon, patreon.com/VGN Radio. And, yeah, you can get collections of the show on USB stick. So far, just the greatest hits, because I've been too busy with everything else to sit down and actually do the other one, but I will eventually. And I'll send that out. Plus, I'll save out I'll show Dave's box that I still haven't sent to him. Sorry, Dave. Maybe it's going to come one of these days. Sad thing is, it's all ready to go. Just dumb. Dumb guy. Alexa writes in to me at videogamenews.com, and he says, "Hey, Kevin." Apparently it's just for me. "Glad to hear your health issues are resolved, or at least close to it. I don't like doctors. I see them as the mechanics. A problem that I can see or feel but don't have any idea what it is. And then some guy comes in and says, you have this, you have to pay this much. I don't know him. I don't know if he is right or wrong, if he is a good doctor, or did he sleep in med school. It's even worse in Serbia since we have free health care. So in most cases, the doctor would say, you're fine, just because he doesn't get anything from healing me. Anyway, just want to let you know I'm glad you're fine. Hope you stay well." Hey, thanks, man. Have you ever watched that show, Louie? He does a recurring bit where he goes in to see his doctor, and his doctor's completely disinterested in him and thinks he's retarded. That's how I feel like when I'm at the doctor, especially with specialists.
You show up, the doctor just rolls his eyes. God damn it, Baird.
Yeah, my kidney doctor does not even look at me almost the entire time. He doesn't need to examine me. He just looks at what is on his computer, talks about it, tells me he's going to change my medication, asks me a couple of questions, types a bunch of stuff in. That's it. Takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a fucking the most
horribly expensive.
If that.
He does seem, but I give the guy credit. I mean, he totally cured me essentially, and with one go.
Well, then why are you bitching?
I'm just saying, in terms of bedside manner, the guy's not good. Now, my primary, she's fantastic. She's got great bedside manner. But, I go to the clinic for that, and the clinic always has students. You know what I mean? So whenever you go into the hospital, they're always like, "Do you mind if 17 people come in the room and stare at you while we're going?" And I'm always like, "Yeah."
Get your pants down. Oh man.
I see it seriously happened to me. When I went into the dermatologist, I had 8 interns or whatever they're called, residents, I don't know, staring at me while the one doctor examined me. And then when I went in to get my back looked at by the doctor, he had...
the students looked at you and said, "Your dick is small," and they all started laughing.
This happens all the time, because he had a guy check me out first, and then he came in and looked at me because that guy was learning, and then my primary had that. And even back when I had my my regular, the chiropractor that had that going on. So every time I see somebody, even when I had my eye checked, that happened. Every time I see somebody, it's always 2 doctors. It's the first guy, and then the second guy comes in and tells them what they did wrong. You're gonna be fine. Everything looks great. Comes in the room. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, he comes in to critique them and looks at the chart. He's like, "Wait, you gave him this?" I'm sorry, Mr. Baird.
You're done.
We didn't know.
This was wrong, and at this point, there's nothing we can do to fix it. So I want you to know that Dr. Singh will be talking to for this. But
or you always go into that. You always go into that room where it's got those surgical lights over the table, those really complicated lights, and these weird machines in there, and you're seeing these weird tools in the
You think it's gonna start doing Shock the Monkey any second?
You're what the fuck is going on in this room? I thought this was just a regular doctor. Do they suddenly strap you down and shit? They're like, "We gotta remove that organ now," what? Right out
alien abduction and shit. You're like, "But I just had a sore throat."
Yeah, all right. P.S. I'm seeding the VGN archive torrent that you mentioned on the VGN Facebook page. In 12 weeks, I have uploaded 28.8 gig, 3.2 full archives. It's good material. You should pimp it out more. Mention it on your show. Speaking of which, are you planning more Oblast shows? I have an idea for a show. IT job market. Is it still profitable? Is it easy to get into? What skills do people need? Which specialties should people choose? SQL development, Java, C, C#, C++, Objective-C programming, web technologies, web design, etc.
He's throwing names out there, like he's famous. It's awesome.
Speak English.
I do need to do some more Oblast shows. Maybe I'll talk about some of that stuff. I don't know. That might be boring for people to listen to. But I do need to sit down and do that. I've got a mental note to put a little bit more effort into recording those. I think the hardest part with me doing Oblast shows is I have these dogs, and I can't have them upstairs where I record because they would just oh, look at these cords, and then the computers would be destroyed. And if I leave them downstairs, I'm pretty sure they'll take that as a cue that they should just take a shit, right on the floor.
Everything right there.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a conundrum. I don't know. I got to figure that out. I should probably just trust them a little bit more, but like
But
recently
what are you
they've
thinking?
decided that they're
But
trying
no.
to jailbreak out of the room, and they started tearing apart the drywall and have built holes through the drywall to try to get through
they're
the
tunneling.
outside wall.
Let me out of here. Let me out.
So I've had to nail up wired
You stay in there.
steel over these holes, but unfortunately not all the drywall has.
You walk around a big
Where I can
black
put
uniform
nails.
saying, so you tried to escape, I see.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it because I'm pretty sure he's probably torn the damn metal off again, ripped all the nails out.
Must make metal teeth so he can smile at you.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, that fox better hope he never gets caught by Apollo because it's just gonna be. I'm gonna be having a new fox skin scarf. It's gonna be what's left. This is from Heridios, and he says, "Hey guys, if Galactus came to Earth and threatened to destroy the planet unless people stop playing video games, would people have the self-control to preserve their planet?
Nope.
More importantly, would VGN continue in a world without video games?"
Yeah,
I thought
probably.
he was the Joker and shot people up at a movie theater. Of course, some idiot somewhere is going to play a video game and kill
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah, I mean,
Of
You
course.
wrote that to Larry at VideoGameNews.com.
Huh?
Flores wrote to put Kevin in the freezer at VideoGameNews.com. And he said, "Hey, Don and crew. Last week I asked what was your best and worst Christmas moment. This week I'm going to ask what was your most memorable New Year's Eve moment. Also, what does Brian
Best
think
you
of
wouldn't-
Dragon Age so far? I just finished my first playthrough and immediately started a new game." You guys can answer that one. I've been doing all the talking.
You must have hauled through that. I'm still, well, then again, I work, so. I'm still, I'm about halfway through because I'm taking my sweet-ass time because I don't want to fuck up. Because like, anytime I'm about to have a conversation with one of the 500 fucking people, you have to, like, talk to so you get those extra goddamn quests. I save my game, of course, because I'm going to pick the wrong answer, Let's see. Most memorable New Year's Eve
Moment.
I remember when I just randomly went off with a bunch of pagans I barely fucking knew, and they had this celebration. It was like out in Ohio City somewhere. I don't really remember most of it because I was pretty shit-faced. But that was just pure spontaneity. Like, didn't really know them, said fuck it, I'm going, and just left.
You went with Jody to that.
All right.
Don, Larry?
The weirdest one for me was that one we went to 99 2000 where
at Chet's thing? With
yeah.
Sean Baby?
Sean Baby and all that. That was the weirdest. I don't know about the greatest, but
Yeah, it was weird night. It was weird. I agree.
yeah, the greatest is when we had when that band out when I was in Adversary and we had a practice spot down up by 85th, and we just invited everybody over there. We just because it was 24-hour access to the practice spot, so we just were like, hey, we can have a party here. People just ended up puking, trashing the place. It
Perfect.
was a great night.
Yeah.
Loud music and
Violent phlegm.
debauchery. Larry?
hanging out with some dudes that are in a couple local bands, guys from like Family Riot, Happy Rainbow Death at their practice spot, and we were all like just jamming and shit. Nothing fancy. But we were all drunk and other things, and
Yeah.
I started jamming out with them and decided that I was a really good drummer, even though I didn't have drumsticks. And that was probably the craziest, most memorable. Of course, I have to say, something along the lines of, first one was Cindy, because it was fabulous. Because I'm still a sap.
Hold on. I'm trying to get the knife off this dead guy.
Yeah.
There we go. Pause again. So I've been playing for about 2 seconds. All right, this one comes from Noble. And he wrote to no one expects the Inquisition at VideoGameNews.com. He says, "Hey fellas, Noble here. As you can probably tell from the email address, I have a few questions about Dragon Age Inquisition, also known as BioWare's apology for Dragon Age 2. What do you like most about the game? Who's your favorite character? And perhaps, most importantly, is it worth your adoring audience's hard-earned cash? Merry Christmas to one and all. Noble. P.S. If they delay The Witcher 3 again, I'll drink myself to an early grave. Brian, you're in the position to answer the question about the Dragon Age.
The first one's great. The second one is enjoyable if you don't play it immediately after the first one and all its expansions and stuff. It's not bad. It's just nowhere near as good as the first, the expansion in the first one and all that stuff. And the third one, much better game, but very glitchy. Other than that, there's like 5 trillion things. I mean, usually you can make like healing potions, and there's like, all kinds of weeds and stuff you can go over there and harvest to like make potions and stuff. You goddamn well better grab every fucking thing you run. You feel like you're like a garbage picker, man. You're like running around, is like grabbing every goddamn thing, hauling it back, because all of a sudden parts of the game you'll absolutely have to have that stuff. And they do trick you with like decisions you make, relationships you can have. As far as my favorite characters go, I don't fucking know. Like the first one, I tried having relationships with all the girls, and now that I'm on this third one, the second one I didn't even finish it. I should, because I really do want to see where it goes, because I kind of enjoyed the storyline. Oh yeah, and the elves don't look as fucking stupid as they did in the second one. In this one, I don't even care about like romancing anybody. I'm like, look, who can I kill? Who can I swing an axe into somebody's face? I mean, that's all I care about. Now blah 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 blah. My past blah 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 blah. Kevin will never play this game, ever. There's no way.
Backstory.
Love, hate. Well, at least in this game, like their backstory gives you subtle clues to some of the choices you should make, because when you have like the little personal quests for those characters, and there's more than one usually, and that actually makes them better, I think. I'm not actually technically certain, but I do think that it actually makes their capabilities a lot, they fight a lot harder and stuff. But yeah, they have this thing like you pick the wrong answer, and it seems like it'd be the right answer, and also they greatly they sort of like what you had to say, they sort of don't like what you had to say, they greatly approve, they greatly disapprove, and I'm not somebody I'm not somebody who's ever really worried about approval. I just don't want to have a bunch of dicks standing at my back that won't fight. It's like wander off. It's like, hey, get back here, So, Larry played the game. He really enjoyed it, didn't you, Larry? The first
Which one? The first one, yeah. And I
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah. I had, as you were talking, I developed, hey, I actually have something to contribute to this, and then I completely forgot what it was.
Right.
First one was great. Second one, absolutely did nothing to hook me. The second one was just, I don't know.
It's not bad. Just don't play it right after the first one.
I played the second one. I got it done in like 6 hours or something. We had an argument about it on the show once. Rite writes in, this is the final email, then we'll wrap up the show, to me at videogamenews.com. He says, Merry Festivus. Mm-hmm. When you play a video game where you can either go the good Paragon route or the bad Renegade route, which route is your choice of preference, light side or the dark side? In Fallout 3, for instance, did you guys defuse Megaton's dormant bomb, or did you detonate it and watch the explosion from 100 miles away? Keep up the good work, yada, yada, yada. I'll just say really quick that I generally want to play the dark side, but I often play the light side because I feel like the dark side, is just rigged against you. And I think that's changing to make it more balanced, but, It always seems like they just really want you to be a good person. They don't give you all the same stuff when you're evil. You guys?
Yeah, I'll start off being evil, then I get pissed off. Because then it's like, I'm just I can't be that fucked up all the time. So.
Like real life.
Yeah, I'm trying to be bad, and you're like, no, it's yucky.
Doesn't work for you.
Right.
It's interesting when you play those Telltale games, though, because bad sometimes works for you better than being good, even though you think it's going to work good to being good. Larry, Don, bad.
I'm always the good guy, because, because I'm a positive person, and
Oh my God. Sure, that's not true.
Mhm.
Not you being a positive person, but I'm sure you play the bag out there and cry about it. This game's really hard. This fucking Evil Within. I think I've died
because it
like
requires
12 times
sneaking,
now.
and
Yeah,
we
sneaking
all know how
as
good you
well.
are at that.
If I knew it was a sneaking game, I wouldn't even have bought it. This is dumb.
Come on, give it a chance.
Dude, I can't get out of this room. There's a guy
right next to the
and
rating.
and he's killed me like 12 times.
There goes your head.
I get down, I sneak. You could even watch me do it. And then he's cutting up a body because that's what people do.
No!
Blood. And so I wait because there's keys there on the chain. So he's got his whatever, his ham or whatever, and he's like, all right, I'm tired. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Christmas turkey.
All right, so now I come over here and I get the key. Okay, ordinary keys. Now where am I supposed to go with this? I was following him, but that obviously has led me to death. So if I come over here, maybe I gotta go this way, towards the light.
Yeah.
Go towards the light so everybody that's in the dark can see you better.
See, there's nothing here. There's this coal chute.
Well, go down the coal chute.
No, you can't go down the coal chute. There's no door there. There's just a pile of, like, Silent Hill body parts. So there's no door there. There's no door in this room.
No door.
And there's a guy cutting my bodies again. So watch, I'll just try to go by him. This ain't gonna work at all. Oh,
As you bump into him trying to sneak past. Sorry.
yeah.
Just move over, budge over a little
So
bit.
now I stab him, right?
There you go.
Yeah, but he doesn't die. He's right back up. Look, he got me.
Gotcha.
So yes, I'm already stuck.
Chop your head off.
This is why I'm no good at sneaking games, because somebody like Jeff could play this and like instantly know what to do, and like I can never figure it out.
You're
And like
rubbish.
I'll play the same thing over and over again because I have no idea. Then I got to get a cheat, and then I just feel dumb because it's like I got to read something a fifth grader put together, figure out how to get out of the damn room. And the game just started too, which is like completely depressing.
That's what got me with that Call of Cthulhu game. I'd be like, okay, I snuck past him, and now I'm in a windowless, doorless room.
Doors in the corner.
Yeah, and then I go online, look it up, and I'm like, oh, I was supposed to figure that out.
So I'll leave again. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna get the keys
Stop.
again.
So Dawn Savior says the door's in the corner behind you. But I don't know which way you were directed, which direction you were looking when he said that.
It's in the corner behind.
So look in the corners.
Well, it's not by there. So back here somewhere. Is it this?
Is there? Yeah, there's a door right ahead of you. Ain't that
What?
a door?
It's like pitch black. That's a door?
Isn't it?
No, it just looks like
It's a light.
No, there's no door right there. Is he just guessing, or does he know? Because
I
I
have
don't
no
see a
idea.
door.
No, it says
I've
behind
watched
you,
quite a bit
and then
of the game
doors in the
before.
corner. So clearly, now granted, that's on Twitch, so that's like 5 minutes behind you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like he wrote that in there, but I don't know which way you were facing when he wrote it.
Oh. I don't see any door. All right, I'm going to go over here, and if I don't see a door, I'm going to...
Red door.
Red door.
Rad Rom.
There's like a chute. That's where the bodies come, out of the chute. I guess that guy picks them up. Oh, here we go. Here it is.
Yay!
Red door.
Yeah, that was easy to see. It's like almost the same color as the rest of the room because they're all red. Now what is this? I got to turn the doorknob? All right, so that's it for the show. Sorry, I had to play that really quick, but, me and Sneaky...
Had to be done.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Don Savior, for
Would have
getting
been...
Kevin out of the room.
Yeah, at least telling me that there was a door, because apparently I would have played this for about a week and never seen that there. You guys got any shout-outs or anything?
Nah.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
We're
Happy
Cleveland Sports Radio this week, so
things.
there you go.
We'll be back next week before New Year's, so have Merry Christmas and Kwanzaa and Happy Hanukkah and whatever. Nobody celebrates Kwanzaa, but, I throw it out there. So, good night.
Later.